It says, and in the process of the end of days, it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto the Lord. Alright, so what does this offering go back to? An offering is a part of the law. You have to have laws to govern offerings. The Most High is very particular about offerings. So where can we find this law at? Okay, let's go to the book of Leviticus, chapter 2. And if thou offer me offering of thy first fruits unto the Lord, thou shalt offer for the meat offering of thy first fruits. Notice it says of thy first fruits. Green ears of corn, dried by the fire, even corn beaten out of full ears. Okay. Now let's go to Cain's offering. I'm sorry, Abel's offering. Verse 4 of Genesis 4:4. It says, Abel, he also brought of the firstlings of his flock and of the fat thereof. And the Lord had respect unto Abel and to his offering. Now where is Abel's offering at? Where did that law of that offering go back to? Let's go to the book of Leviticus chapter 1, verse 1 to 4. It says, And the Lord called unto Moses, spake unto him out of the tabernacle of congregation, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, If any man of you bring an offering unto the Lord, ye shall bring your offering of cattle, even of the herd and of the flock. If his offering be burnt sacrifice of the herd, let him offer a male without blemish. He shall offer it on his own voluntary will at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation before the Lord, and he shall put his hand upon the head of the burnt offering, and it shall be accepted for him to make atonement for him. So what was the problem? So what was the problem with Cain's offering? Cain didn't bring the first fruit offering. He just brought fruit. If you notice when we read Genesis chapter 4, verse 3, it says, In the process of time it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto the Lord. It doesn't say first fruit. The Most High specifically said first fruit for offerings. Alright, if you were to offer fruits, you would have offered the first fruit for your offering, as we read in Leviticus chapter 2. Verse 4, And Abel, he also brought of the firstlings of his flock. Now Abel did the right thing. He brought the firstling of the fruit. He brought the firstlings, meaning the oldest of his flock. Alright? Brought the firstborn of his flock. Okay? And of the fat thereof, and the Lord had respect unto Abel and to his offering. That's why the Most High respected Abel's offering, because he did it according to the law. On the other hand, Cain, he didn't do it according to the law. He did it how he wanted to do it. I'll just bring the Most High some fruit instead of bringing the first fruit. Okay? So what's the proof on that? Go to the book of Hebrews, chapter 11, verse 4. Alright, Hebrews chapter 11, verse 4. It says, By faith Abel offered unto God a more excellent sacrifice than Cain. Why was Abel's more excellent? Because as we read in the law, Abel brought the firstling of his flock, man, according to the law, to the sacrificial law. Cain brought just some fruits. He didn't bring the first fruits as the law stated. He just brought some fruits. So that's why the Most High said, sin, if you do good, you shall be accepted. If you do bad, sin lieth at the door. That was the sin. Transgression of the law. It says, But by faith Abel offered unto God a more excellent sacrifice than Cain, by which he obtained witness that he was righteous, God testifying of his gifts, and by it being dead he yet speaketh. Okay? Alright. Now let's keep reading on Genesis chapter 4. Going to some more, prove some more of these laws. Genesis chapter 4, verse 6. And the Lord said unto Cain, why art thou wroth? And why is thy countenance fallen? If thou do well, shall thou not be accepted? And if you'd have brought the first fruits, you'd have brought your first fruits, which you have not been accepted. And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door. If you don't do the things if you don't do according to the laws that I told you, according to my commandments, then sin lieth at the door, man. Alright? Now to thee thou shalt desire be. So it says sin lieth at the door. So let's go to, we already read 1 John chapter 3, verse 4, sin is the transgression of the law. So if he's saying sin lieth at the door, what is he saying? If you don't do good, then you're going to break the laws. You're breaking the laws, man. Alright? What's another one? Leviticus chapter 5, verse 17. Let's get that real quick. Leviticus chapter 5, verse 17, it says, and if a soul sin and commit any of these things which are forbidden to do by the commandments of the Lord, though he rest it not, yet is he guilty and shall bear his iniquity. Okay? So that's what sin is, the breaking of the law. So he said sin lieth at the door, meaning you breaking the laws. So back to Genesis chapter 4, verse 9. And the Lord said unto Cain, verse 7, if thou do well, thou shalt be accepted. And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door. And unto thee shall he be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. And Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass, when they were in the field, that Cain rose up against Abel his brother, and slew him, killed him. Alright? He killed him. Now, when he killed him, the Most High got angry with him. Okay? And the Most High had to get angry with him, man. Alright? It says, verse 9, and the Lord said unto him, and the Lord said unto Cain, where is thy brother? And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper? And he said, what hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood cried unto me from the ground. And now art thou cursed from the earth, which has opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. So the Most High cursed his ass, meaning the Most High was mad with him. Now, if there were no laws, how could the Most High get mad with this man? Now, the Most High is righteous. So the Most High had to tell him in advance, you cannot kill, you cannot murder people, man, for no reason. There had to be a law, and there was a law, and we're going to prove that. Exodus 20:13 says, thou shalt not kill. Now, when you go behind the word kill, the word is ratazach, which means murder, the unjustifiable killing of another person. So, in order for the Most High to get mad, he had to get mad because he already told him that you're not supposed to murder. That was already a law. Now, when we read later on in the book of Exodus, in the book of Leviticus, these are the laws being restated again, written on stone to the children of Israel. But these laws were already in effect way back to Genesis chapter 4. Way back to Genesis chapter 1 with Adam. But, you know, so the Most High was mad with Cain because he murdered his brother, which is against the law. So we know that this law had to exist for the Most High to get mad with him. All right, so let's keep reading. Verse 11, Genesis 4:11 says, and now art thou cursed from the earth, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth. Verse 13, now watch what Cain says. And Cain said unto the Lord, my punishment is greater than I could bear. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid. And I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth, and it shall come to pass. Check it out. It says, and it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me. Now why is Cain saying that it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me? Why is he saying that? All right, when you go to the book of Genesis chapter 4 verse 9. I'm sorry, when we go to the book of Genesis chapter 9 verse 6, this is what he told Noah, restating the laws to Noah. It says, whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed, for in the image of God made he man. So check it out. It says, whoso sheddeth man's blood, Cain killed Abel, by man shall his blood be shed. That's why Cain said, anyone that find me shall slay me, because he knew that that law was in effect. If you kill a man, the Most High gonna make another man kill you. So that's why Cain replied in that manner, showing you that that law existed. So it says, and Cain said unto the Lord, my punishment is greater than I can bear. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from the face shall I be hid. And I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth, and it shall come to pass that every man that findeth me shall slay me, because of the law that the Most High had ordained. And the Lord said unto him, therefore, whosoever slayed Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And the Lord set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him should kill him. So the Most High, you know, he let Cain slide. He put that mark on him and let him slide, because the Most High had to fulfill something with Cain. All right, so that's the laws of going back to the time of Cain and Abel. These are the sons of Adam, man. Now you think that Cain had the laws, but Adam didn't have the laws? Cain and Abel had the laws? No, Adam taught the laws to Cain and Abel. All right, now this is commonly said amongst us that the laws back at that time were verbal. They were passed down from generation to generation verbally. And at the time of the Exodus, we got the laws on stone in written form. And at the time of this new Exodus, where we leave America, we're going to get the laws. We're going to go back to, we're going to get the laws in our mind. Okay? We're not going to need written laws. We may very well still have them, but we're going to get them in our mind. So this thing of the law went through a progression, from being verbal to being something that you had to read because you wouldn't remember it, to being something that you don't have to read it because you memorize it, because it's put into you and you keep it perfectly like Adam did at one time. Okay? Alright, so that was the laws in the antediluvian world, or the time before the flood. Alright, that was proving the laws at the time before the flood, the time of Adam. Now we're going to get into proving the laws after the flood. And this is way before the Exodus. Okay? So we're going to go back to 2nd Esdras. Alright, chapter 9. 2nd Esdras chapter 3 verse 9. It says, and again in the process of time thou broughtest the flood upon these that dwelt in the world, and destroyed them. And it came to pass in every of them that as death was to Adam, so was the flood to these. What is the sting of sin is death. Alright, the payment for sin is death. So the flood killed all the Arabs. They died. Verse 11. Nevertheless, one of them thou leftest, namely Noah, with his household, of whom came all righteous men. Alright? So let's read about this Noah. Alright, let's go to